Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us on this Wednesday, and welcome to this educational presentation where today we're going to talk about supercharged candlestick trading. Now, I'd venture to say that the majority of you today, or at least a good portion of you, have either tried or are currently applying candlesticks to your current trading strategy. I know most people start out nowadays just looking at candlesticks. Here's the trouble. There's nothing wrong with looking and applying candlesticks, but once you start getting into the patterns and using them as a strategy, most traders have a very difficult time. They don't see the type of results they were promised or they're supposed to be getting when using candlestick patterns, myself included. When I first started using candles over 4 decades ago, I was all excited to learn this brand new approach to trading, but I really didn't see the type of results I had been promised that I was supposed to see. For example, let me share with you this first chart that we're looking at. And here's an older chart in ALGM. Okay, this is going back to December, actually. Now, most candlestick patterns are what we call reversal patterns, which are looking for a reverse in trend. So as you can see here, we've been slowly going up, but most traders would say, well, there's some type of resistance right here. So I'll look for a reversal, some type of place to go short if I get a reversal pattern in candlesticks. And most of the time, this is why they fail. What I'm going to be sharing with you today is a very non-traditional type of method that looks for these candle patterns, but in an entirely different way. For example, this method actually would have generated a buy signal right here towards the low of that uptrend. And then a few days later, another one right here. So instead of looking for a reversal where you're betting on the market to go down, you could have taken advantage of potentially capturing upwards of 68 points to the upside. So this is the topic of discussion today. We're going to be talking about supercharged candlestick trading and how it can really help affect your trading and take it to the next level. The great thing about this is that it's easily applied on our platform, the PTS Primo charting platform, that teaches traders a unique way to trade these candlestick patterns. So welcome to this educational presentation. My name is Steven Primo, president and founder of Specialist Trading. And like I said, I first started trading candles roughly about 4 decades ago. I started my career on the floor of the Pacific Stock Exchange. I was on the floor for 16 years, and 9 of those years I was a specialist. I remember one day another trader coming up to me and saying, hey, there's a brand new way to look at the markets, and it's called candle trading. And he showed me a few examples. I had absolutely no idea what it was based on or how to trade it. And we were lucky enough to meet with someone who traded this in a bank, an Asian bank, right close to where we were working. And they taught us exactly what to look for. Now, I was excited about this, but unfortunately, when I started applying it, I wasn't seeing the type of results, and I just didn't understand why. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, is supercharged candlestick trading. See, there's nothing wrong with trading with candlesticks. It's just, I believe the approach is what will make all the difference in the world. So this promises to be a great educational presentation today. But before we begin, as always, we are required to share this with you. So please take a moment to view our disclaimer. I'm going to show you a lot of performance results using this candlestick method, but please remember that we can in no way guarantee that any of the results I'm about to share with you will be repeated in the future, and all examples are strictly for educational purposes only. I see some old faces in our class today, but I also see some new names here. So if you haven't done so already, please, I invite each and every one of you to follow us on Twitter. There's our handle. It's abbreviation for Specialist Trading. You can go there right now and see what I've posted this morning. I post different displays and snapshots of signals that our strategies have generated. I also post little bits of financial wisdom. So there's lots of great free education on a daily basis. So please feel free to follow us on Twitter. Now, as I say almost every week in our free presentations, such as today, I'll repeat over and over again, if you've come here thinking I'm going to tell you what I think the market's going to do or what's going to happen fundamentally with news today about interest rates or what I think the best time frame is to trade or what stock you should buy or sell, remember, you've come to the wrong place. That goes entirely against our philosophy for educating traders. Remember, we are first and foremost an educational company, and a good educator, a good mentor, does not force feed you signals, but he teaches you how to trade. So that's my goal, not to tell you what I think is going to happen in the market. I don't have any idea. I'm just following along what the market is telling me. And that's what I'm trying to instill in all of my students, this ability to read what the market wants to do and then just jump on board, just follow whatever it wants to do. So my goal as an educator is to teach you how to trade with the specialist edge, the same edge that was taught to me over 4 decades ago and what has sustained me. And hopefully it will be able to do the same for you. Okay. Now, a few things before we start. If you have any questions, please wait till the end of class. I have a lot of slides to share with you. And if we go through them, many times the answers are right there on the very next slide. But if you do have a question, please try to remember to write it down. I promise I will get to it at the very end. The only question I will answer is this one. It's the most common one. Is this being recorded? Yes, it is. Each and every one of you will be sent a link to this recording at the end of the presentation. So if you have to leave early or if you're having technical issues, don't worry, you'll be able to see this on recording after we send it out to you, okay? All right, with that stated, let's begin today's educational presentation. We're going to be talking about how to achieve supercharged candlestick trading. All right, the best way I know is to apply a strategy that uses candlesticks that has a high level of consistency. And this is one of the first edges we're going to be talking about. This is our premier strategy number 5. So let's go over some of the highlights of strategy number 5. As we stated, it's our premier candlestick strategy. It's a non-traditional continuation method. That means we're looking for a trend that's established, and then we're looking to, I should say, identify these candlestick patterns within the continuation of that trend. Now, the beauty of strategy 5 is you can apply it to any time frame, any market, or any direction. We have a lot of students trading it in Europe that apply it to currency pairs. We also have people trading it in cryptos and stocks and futures as well. Now, paper trading is required. If you become a student of mine and after what I teach you today, I don't want you just to jump in and say, oh, I've got it all figured out. That's easy, because most likely you will lose money right off the bat because you didn't really fully digest the information. So please paper trade until you fully feel comfortable. Our edge here is consistency. I know a lot of you think that consistency means that there's a number of winners. That's not necessarily what it means. Consistency is an awareness of losses, meaning that you will have losses from time to time. It's perfectly admissible. That's okay. I had a loss this morning, and then my next trade was a winner, which made up for a lot of the loss. So that's just the way trading is. You want to be able to be consistent, a 2 steps forward, 1 step back approach. That's really what will sustain you, not some strategy that promises the world and hits all these home runs, because I've been trading for 46 years, and it's been my experience that the methods and techniques that hit those huge home runs usually give it all back within a matter of days, even months. So the point is, what you want to do is have a nice, consistent approach to trading the market. And our strategies are extremely consistent. Now, let's take a look at this older chart in Fossil, FOSL, okay? This is the way traditional candlestick trading is usually applied. We look for some type of a trend. In this case, obviously, the trend is going lower. And candlestick patterns are known as being reversal patterns, meaning that you're looking for some type of bottom here and to reverse and go back up. So you want to pick the bottom in this case. Now, let's say you were studying and you're looking at technical analysis. Maybe you're going to another webinar and you say, well, that one guy in the chat room says there's support here. So maybe this is the end of the downward movement. And on top of that, there's a very prominent candlestick pattern here, a bullish engulfing pattern, okay? So these are big signs that the market's most likely going to reverse. So this is where you want to go in. This is the way we're all taught to apply candles to our trading. So let's say you jump in and you buy right here based off that information, and look what happens, right? I know this looks familiar to a lot of you. This is the way it used to look to me when I first started candle trading, and I thought, how come this isn't working? It works every once in a while, but most of the time I see results like this. Well, here's what we're going to be talking about today, because as you saw, remember, candlestick patterns are known as reversal patterns. They're basically going against the trend. Well, we don't want to do that with the way we're going to approach that. That's really what the gist of the problem is, because we're swimming upstream. What we want to do is not go against the trend. What we want to do is go with the trend. So we would not be buying here. Why? Because the trend is down. Now, the only trouble is there are 1,000,001 ways to figure out what the trend is. Everyone, it's very simple in this example, but everyone has a clue and an idea as to what is the easiest way to find the trend. Our opinion in terms of finding the trend brings us to our second edge, which is the PET D. In my opinion, the PET D is the best tool I know of to find the short-term trend before anyone else even sees that it's happening, okay? Now, this is a color bar tool. I was first introduced to this when I was trading on the floor some 4 decades ago by my mentors. And at the time, we used to call it the formula, because it was a specific formula that you had to calculate by hand. And it's very cumbersome. It's very difficult. And I wouldn't ask any of you to do this the way I had to on the floor, because it was just by the time you figured out one calculation, it was on to the next one. And so you really didn't even have any time for trading if you were intraday trading. But we've taken all the hard work out of it for you. We have made it now into a proprietary color bar tool. So what it does is it colors the bars either green or red. Now, let me show you what I mean. The PET-D is an early trend detector. So as we look at this example, we see obviously the trend is up. The only trouble is most of us don't figure out that the trend is up until somewhere about this level, right? We say to ourselves, okay, well, now we're going up, so it's, I better, if I'm short, cover that short, or better look to get long. And just when we're convinced that it's going higher, then this happens, right? So what we need is something to identify the trend a little bit earlier. And that's where the PET-D comes into play. You see, once you apply the PET-D, it automatically colors the bars either green or red. Now, when you have a series of 3 to 5 green bars, that's telling you that the short-term trend is up. And look at how we knew that in advance, way in advance of finding out that the trend was up somewhere up here. And on top of that, when you have a series of consecutive red bars, it's telling you the trend is down. So we knew well in advance before it was making new lows. Now, let me tell you what the PET-D is not. It is not a predictive tool. It does not tell you how high or how low something's going to do. All right. It's also not a system or a trading strategy. It does not come with complete buy and sell rules. It's mainly an early trend detector, but it has multiple uses in which to apply. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, how to use it in conjunction with strategy number 5. For example, here's the way we would normally trade this stock, right? FOSL. We would have bought here based on this candle pattern. And we all know what happened. But what if we applied the PET-D, all right? On our platform, it's as simple as clicking on PET-D and the colors automatically change. Now, we knew well in advance when we applied the PET-D way back here that the market wanted to go lower. So why would we buck the trend? Why would we swim upstream and try to find a bottom? It's better, you will have higher level of consistency trading candlestick patterns if you are in sync with the trend as opposed to against it. You see, this goes against everything we've ever been taught about trading candles. We've always taught using candles as a reversal pattern to reverse the trend. We're going to find out where the bottom is or where the top is. But there's not a lot of consistency in that. Remember, it'll work every once in a while, but most of the time it doesn't. And that's why you're not seeing the type of results you're promised with candle trading. You get a better level of consistency if we don't buy this right now and stay out of the way. Okay, so right there, we would not have lost any money using the PET-D. And on top of that, if we look for bearish engulfing patterns, well, click on strategy number 5, click on signal arrows, and there was a sell signal right here using this candle pattern, and we could have taken advantage of this. And if you missed that, there was another one right here. So you see how you just changed your level of consistency. Rather than going to a losing buy signal, you went into 2 profitable sell signals. This is what we call supercharged candlestick trading. Now, when we combine these 2 techniques, strategy number 5, the highly consistent candle method, along with the PET-D, we create what we call our candlestick combo, one of our most popular courses at Specialist Trading and Pro Trader Strategies, my sister site. So let me go over with you some recent examples using the candlestick combo and show you how simple it is to apply. Everything is one click away on our platform, the BTS Primo charting platform that makes candlestick trading simple. Okay. Let's look at this chart here in Airbnb. Obviously, we're going higher, right? We've got a nice short-term trend. Let's say you were lucky enough to buy somewhere around here and you've got a nice little profit, but maybe you go to that chat room, right? Or maybe you go to that trading room and they say, you know, this stock is tremendously overbought. It's time to get out. Whatever you have, sell, because it's probably going to come all the way back down. And then once it gets down lower, that's when you'll get a buy signal at the very low, right? That's the way we're always taught: buy low, sell high. So you say to yourself, well, you know, I'll wait till it breaks this little uptrend line. So once it breaks that uptrend line, then I'll exit. Okay. So the very next day, look what happens. It breaks the uptrend line. So you say to yourself, well, gosh, that guy in that chat room is right. I think I'll get out. So you decide to sell. You take a little profit, not a great profit, but a nice profit in about less than a week's time. You feel good about yourself. Here's the difference though. Okay. That's minimal trading, but why not simply go with the trend. So what we want to do, instead of selling, is apply strategy 5 right here on our platform. It's as easy as clicking on strategy 5, and then you'll see a drop-down menu here. Click signal arrow, and it'll tell you where there is a valid signal or not. And lo and behold, the day after you sold, a buy signal was generated. Now, you wouldn't have known this unless you're a member of the strategy number 5 course. But in order to make sure that that signal is confirmed, we want to apply the PET D. We want to make sure that the PET D is confirming that. So what we do is, on our platform again, click on PET D, and it automatically changes the colors of the bars. Now, here's the rules for the candlestick combo. Once you get a strategy number 5 buy signal, the bar above that arrow needs to be colored or outlined green. If it is not, then you will not take the trade. It's not a high probability setup. Even though it's a candlestick strategy number 5 buy or sell signal, you just don't want to take it. Well, this one is confirmed. The bars are colored or outlined green, so it's okay to take this. So where you would have been selling and getting out and having a nice little profit, guess what? You could have taken advantage of 16 points in the next week to the upside, okay? All because you weren't bucking the trend. Now, even though the market went down 1-2 days in a row, you see the color of the bars were still green. So this means that, just because it went down doesn't mean that the trend has changed. These are buying opportunities, not selling opportunities. Here's another example in HON, okay? Obviously, it's been going up. We click on strategy number 5, and we see with the signal arrows that there is a sell signal right here, okay? Now, someone would say, but Steve, that's just the same way I was taught. You're always supposed to look for a reversal. Well, listen, we're only going with the trend. And someone would say, well, yeah, but this is going against the trend. Well, not really, because remember I told you how sensitive the PET D is? The PET D requires us to sell if this bar is colored or outlined red, okay? So it doesn't matter what the color of these bars are. If this bar is colored red, this is a valid candlestick combo setup. So we click on the PET D, and guess what? It is red. So it makes no difference if the prior bars before it were green. All that matters is for a candlestick combo setup to be generated, to be a valid one, the bar below the arrow needs to be colored red. And it is, as you see right here. So that's a valid candlestick combo setup. And it's a high probability setup. Had you taken that, which was just on the 17th of January, 14 points to the downside in 3 days, okay? Let's look at Meta. All right, this goes against everything we've been taught. The trend is going up, and guess what? We have a buy signal right at the very top, and it continues to go up a little bit higher, but not that much, but we get another buy signal. Now, most traditional candlestick traders would say, I can't buy here. We're supposed to be looking at the bottom. But remember, that's not a high level of consistent trading. We want to be in sync with the trend. And once we apply the PET D, we see that the bars are outlined green that are above the green arrows. Now, sure, you have some down days here, but what color are these down days? They're green. So that's just telling you that even though those days were down, you're still in a short-term uptrend. That's how sensitive the PET D was. And you could have captured 20 points as opposed to looking for a reversal pattern. As we look at CDNS, okay, here's what we mean by consistency. All right, strategy 5 generated a sell signal. In order for it to be a valid candlestick combo setup, we need the bar below that arrow to be colored red. So we click on the PET D, and it is red. So we're excited. This is great. So we go short, we sell at the market, and it goes down for the next couple of days. We're feeling good about ourselves, but then look what happens, okay? The market changed. It has the right to do this. It does this all the time. It changed its mind. Remember, our job as a trader is not to predict anything. It's not to predict what the interest rates are going to be, not to predict what the earnings are of a company. It's not to predict tops and bottoms. It's simply to listen to the market and then jump on board with whatever it wants to do. That's how you become a consistent trader. Okay, so the market just changed its mind. So if we had used one of our generic stops, which we teach you in the course, let's say you would have lost 6 points, okay? Not a big loss, but still a loss, all right? This is where traders like to go into the victim attitude and the sulking mode. They always want to blame someone. It wasn't you, it was that stupid system you bought, or it was some news came out and that's what messed up everything. But they never want to take responsibility. You see, when you make your own decisions, which is, once again, our philosophy to teach you how to trade for yourself, not to force feed you signals, but to teach you how to trade, you're in charge of your own trading destiny. And sure, you're going to have some losses every once in a while, but you have to stay on track, because while the market stopped you out, it still generated another signal, this time a valid candlestick combo buy signal, outlined green, so it's valid. And you could have made back the 6 points you lost and then some, okay, potentially. So this is what we mean by consistency. Sure, there will be losses from time to time, but you want a method that's able to recoup those losses. The sooner, the better. Let's look at the next example. This is an AMGN. Most traders, oops, went a little fast there, would say we are in a sideways market, okay? And they may even say, hey, this is support. But look what happened after that. What happened to the sideways market? What happened to the support, okay? If we apply strategy 5, we see that we had sell signals in sync with the trend going lower. And this one's easy to see that, yeah, well, sure, the trend is down, so I don't need the PET D, but this one, which had a much better risk-reward ratio, was actually at the top of that level. And once you applied the PET D, you would have known that it was already colored red. This is what we mean by the PET D being so sensitive. Even though the market was going sideways, it colored this bar red in advance, telling you this is a valid setup. You should be going short or get out because it's going lower. And it went down 18 points coming into the end of January. Let's look at ALGN. Okay, this is the chart we talked about earlier. How could we have taken advantage of this big up move? Well, first thing we want to do is apply strategy 5. We see that there were 2 buy signals right here when there was absolutely no trend at all. But if we apply the PET D, we see that the PET D is so sensitive, even when it was going sideways right here, up, down, it was still coloring all the bars green, telling you that, sure, we may be going sideways now, but I want to go higher. So you could have gotten in right at the very lows there and taken advantage, ultimately, potentially of 68 points. Now let's look at some different markets and some different time frames. Not everyone just trades stocks, so let's look at some different markets here. Here's a 1-hour chart of the euro yen. This happened January 19th, just a few weeks ago. Now this is why it's very difficult sometimes trading, because you'll have a number of signals and you say to yourself, well, which ones do I take? I have 2 sell signals here and then I have a buy. All right, this is how the PET D helps filter out, because it's so sensitive in finding out what the trend is. Once you add the PET D, clicking it on our platform, the colors automatically change. In order for us to take these sell signals, the bar below needs to be colored red. And what color are these bars below? They're both green. So we're not going to take these 2 sell signals. Now, in order for us to take this buy signal, the bar above it needs to be colored or outlined green. And what color is it? It's green. So this was the only valid candlestick combo signal out of all 3. So you would have bypassed these 2 losing trades and taken advantage of 180 pips in the next day, okay? Roughly $1,800 potentially you could have captured. And there was another signal generated if you missed that one. Here's a weekly chart of the QQQs going all the way back to January of 2021, okay? Sure, it was going down. The market last year pretty much went down, had a series of fits and starts, going up and then lower. How could we have taken advantage of it? Well, we had a number of nice little strategy number 5 sell signals, but before we took them, we wanted to just make sure that they were confirmed by the PET D. So we apply it, and we see that each and every one of these sell signals was colored red on the bar below. And you could have potentially captured 95 points in the QQQs on a weekly time frame. That transferred over onto nearly 6,000 Dow Jones points. You could have either bypassed by getting out of the market using these as exit signals, or maybe buying some puts or going short the actual stock, the ETF. Here's an example of a 4-hour chart of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, okay? A 4-hour chart. Once again, how could we have taken advantage of this big up move? Crypto has been slowly creeping back up. Could we have taken advantage of this on a 4-hour time frame? Well, look at all the buy signals that were generated using strategy number 5. And they all seem to work out pretty well. But just to make sure, if we applied the PET D, we see that the PET D was green even when it was going sideways at the beginning of January. Even in a sideways market, all these bars were green and every signal was confirmed. That's roughly about close to 5,000 points in just 8 days that potentially could have captured. And then lastly, a buy signal was generated in spot gold, XAU USD. Okay, this was on the 13th of December. Now, this is going back almost 2 months. Now, we all know that gold's been going straight up, but we knew and confirmed it with a candlestick combo, once again, nearly 2 months ago, right here on this bar, and you could have taken advantage of this big move to the upside. So this is how simple candlestick trading can be when you have a valid candlestick strategy that's highly consistent, but then you have a highly tuned and sensitive early trend detector that's able to confirm those setups. When you have both of these together, you have what we call our candlestick combo. So let's recap. Only buy or sell strategy number 5 signals that are in sync with the PET-D. So in other words, if you get a buy signal, the PET-D needs to color that bar green or outline. If you get a sell signal, the PET-D needs to color that bar, which is the setup bar, red. That's it. It's as simple as that. But that's why this is one of our most popular trading combos, because of its simplicity. So ask yourself, do you think these 2 methods can help your trading in 2023? Are you seeing the type of results that you were promised or you thought you'd get with candles and candlestick patterns? Most likely you're not. I've been there. Trust me, I know exactly what it's like. 4 decades ago, I was so excited to start using them. I learned how to apply them, and I just didn't see what I was promised. This is how you'll see that consistency. Okay, so we have a great discount for all of you attending today's educational presentation. We're going to offer you our candlestick combo special. This is strategy number 5, along with the PET-D tool. The good news is, if you sign up, you're going to get instant course access. By instant, I mean you'll be up and running today. All right, you'll get detailed video instruction. Now, with our strategy 5 course, we have upwards of 6 or 7 different ways to enter, 6 or 7 different exit levels, and 6 or 7 different stop placements. So it's all up to you to decide. Remember, our job as an educator is to provide you with multiple choices so that you can feel comfortable. Your job is to be in charge of your own trading and make your own choices. Now, you're going to get the entire course rules, and you'll get the PET-D to confirm the strategy signals. But along with the PET-D, we're going to throw in 4 separate trading techniques. These don't require a strategy at all. They're separate techniques where the PET-D highlights a high probability point of entry. Okay, now remember I told you there were multiple ways to apply the PET-D. There are 4 separate ways that we're including in this as well, okay? And we're going to take it up a notch on top of that. Now, everything you saw today was displayed on our platform, the PTS Primo chart reading platform, and I showed you how simple it is to apply. We're going to throw in a full year for $17.65. That's what a full year costs. You're going to get so many more things included with the candlestick combo method, along with a full year. But to take it up a notch, we're going to discount that, and we're going to throw in the full year absolutely free. So all you have to do is pay for the candlestick combo, and you get a full year of our platform. Now, I know a lot of you say, well, I already have a platform. What's so great about this? Well, remember, you saw how simple it was to apply the candlestick combo on our platform. Everything was a click away. But on top of that, you're going to get extra things, multiple extra uses with the platform that you won't find on anywhere else. They're not on TradeStation, Metastock, NinjaTrader, or the major platforms. These are things that I've accumulated in my 46 years of trading that you'll only find on the PTS Primo charting platform. Things like our proprietary buy-sell line, 4 ways to determine the overall trend by coloring your screen, all right? You'll get a signal scanner, a great scanner where you can scan in a matter of moments. You'll see the candlestick combo setups for the next day, all right? You'll get a strength of trend tool that is great for telling you when a trend is just about to run out of steam. This is just a sampling of all the different little things you'll get on our platform. But here's what I feel is the best: the automatic exit levels. This comes complete on the platform. Remember, I said we're going to teach you roughly about 7 different exit plans. Well, this is just one of them that's auto-generated on our platform. For example, let's look at this example in Oracle. Here's a weekly chart. This was a valid candlestick combo buy signal, okay? It's colored green. It's a strategy 5 buy signal, and it's outlined green by the PET-D. So all systems go. It's okay to take. But let's say you want to maybe buy the stock, but you're not sure where to get out. You don't really know. Well, here's one of the best things. On our platform, you would, once again, click on strategy 5. Now, where normally to see where the signals are, you would click on signal arrow. But now you're going to be clicking on range extension exits. And this is just one of the different exit plans we teach you, but this one's displayed on the platform, and it automatically displays different levels in which for you to exit on. These are proprietary levels, which we teach you how to calculate that, but it's automatically calculated on the platform. So if you're the type of trader that likes to get in and out quickly, you'd exit here. If you like to stay in a little bit longer, like a swing trader, you'd exit here. And if you want to get the most bang for your buck, you'd exit at the third level. Sometimes there's 4 levels, you'd exit at the 3rd or 4th level. Let's say you thought it was going to go up to the 3rd level. So you place a limit to exit right here, okay? And look what happened. That's a nice 20-point gain, okay? Remember, this is a weekly chart, 20-point gain. But here's the best thing about this. Many times it has the uncanny ability to pick tops when you're selling, because look what happened right after that. Now, any and all of these would have worked out just fine. Some of our students like to, let's say, buy 300 shares, they'll sell 100 here, maybe another 100 here, and then get out of everything here. Still, some of them say, well, when it gets up to the 1st level, I'll move my stop to unchanged. When price gets up to the 2nd level, I'll move my stop to right here, and then I'll exit everything at the 3rd and final level. It's up to you. There's a number of ways in which to do it, but this is already auto-generated on the platform, and you'll know what these levels are, oftentimes even before you even enter the trade, okay? Here's another example in Tesla. Now, Tesla has started to firm up, but in December, it was going lower. And as we see with the trend with the PET-D, all the bars are red or outlined red, and then we have a valid strategy number 5 signal. So this is a valid candlestick combo signal, and it's a high probability setup to go short. Let's say you wanted to buy the puts or short the stock, and you say, but I don't know where to get out. You know, how low can this go? Well, once again, click on our platform, the strategy number 5 tab, and then you'll see in the drop-down menu, click on range extensions. And we have, this time, 4 different levels. If you wanted to get in and out quickly, you use level 1 or 2. If you're more of a swing trader, level 3, and exit everything at level 4. Okay, let's say you really thought Tesla, bad news, bad analysis, it's going to go really low. So you say, I'll use the 4th and final level. All right, so you place the limit, and look what happened. In just a matter of days, it got right down there. You made a nice 44-point gain. And let's see what happened after that. Well, it seemed to bounce right off there and rally, and now we have another sell signal. Now, this is a strategy number 5 sell signal. But is it a valid candlestick combo signal? Because remember, in order for us to take this now, we need the bar below the arrow to be red. And what color is it? It's green. So this means we will not take this setup, and it was a good idea because we saved ourselves a lot of money. So this is the beauty of the candlestick combo. It can get you into some good trades and also keep you out of some bad setups as well. A year from today, you will have wished you became a member of the Candlestick Combo course. This is what students have told us already that are currently members of the Candlestick Combo course. So take your trading to the next level. All right. So let's break it down what the Candlestick Combo special is that we're going to give you for today, for all the attendees listening to this webinar. Now, normally strategy 5 with the PET-D is close to $5,500. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to slash that, and now only charge you $29.95. You're going to save nearly $2,500, okay? We're going to slash that down to $29.95, and you're going to get a super discount. If you don't want to pay $29.95, what you can do is establish a payment plan. So all you have to do is put down $497 and just establish a payment plan with Pro Trader Strategies for $97 a month, and you can still be up and running as early as today. So you have 2 options. You can either pay in full $29.95, or have a super discount of only putting down less than $500, $497, and pay $97 per month. That's it. It's a great, great way. And remember, either plan you choose, you're still going to get a full year, 12 months free of the platform. So this is a great offer. You're saving nearly $1,800 just on the platform alone. It's a great offer to get your trading started in the right direction in 2023. So here's how to take advantage of this. Contact Pro Trader Strategies. I would give them a call at area code 310-598-6677. They have trading consultants manning the phones right now. They would be more than happy to take your order to the phone, or either just answer any question that you may have concerning pricing or establishing a payment plan. They can give you a quote, and they're very flexible. They'd be willing to work with you. So nothing is written in stone. So just give them a call and you can think about it. Here's the only thing I would suggest, though. If they give you a quote and you decide to think about it and watch the video, just please do not sit on this offer for too long. A lot of students will say, well, let me think about it. And then they'll contact Pro Trader Strategies a month or two later. And pretty soon the price is right back up to the original. They missed the offer and it's back up to close to $5,500, $5,600, maybe even more if you include a year of the platform. So please, if you're at all serious about taking your trading to the next level, give them a call ASAP. And they'll be happy to answer any question. And don't feel as if they're going to pressure you in anything. They're there to work with you. They're very flexible. They'll answer any question that you may have about pricing. Now, as I promised, I'm here to answer any question that you may have about trading the candlestick combo. So if you do have anything to ask me, please go to either the question and answer box that you see there on the screen or the chat box. And I promise I will answer them to the best of my ability. Someone is asking, does this work on intraday futures? Yes, it does. In fact, that's where I use it. I personally use it trading intraday futures. I like to trade the E-mini, and it's great. It works fine. I use it this morning on a 10-minute time frame. So that's, that's up to me. But remember, I don't want you to think just because I said 10-minute time frame, that's the only time frame to trade. You could trade it on a 5-minute time frame. You could trade it on an hourly, monthly, weekly. You could trade it on cryptos, as you saw, or you could trade it on Bitcoin, or I should say currency pairs. It makes no difference what market or time frame. That's the flexibility of the candlestick combo, okay? Someone says, what happens if I have a question? Well, yeah, sure. These are, they're asking, how do I learn? These are all taught through video seminars. Okay, so we send you the videos. Oh, and the videos are yours. No, they're not something that expire after a couple of months or something. We send you a link to the course, and you can watch it. It's yours to keep. You can watch it as often as you like, whenever you like. And then if you do have questions, you'll all get my personal email address. You can contact me whenever you'd like, okay? All the emails come directly to me. They don't go to an assistant or to a trading consultant. They come straight to me. So I answer everything. I don't have an assistant or someone working alongside of me that answers all of them for me. I answer them personally, and you can email me whenever you like. So it's really the closest thing I know to a mentorship without me being there, sitting right next to you. And that's the beauty of having the platform as well. The platform is an educational tool to help you as well. And we teach you what to look for, and then you can check your work by using the platform. Okay, great questions. That one thing I forgot to say is that link you see at the very bottom. If you'd like more information, if you'd like to get a little bit more information and see what's offered, that's the link that takes you to the info page. And you can also sign up on that link as well. That's not a live link, but we've just posted a live link in the chat box. So if you go to the chat box, click that on, you'll see that there's a live link posted there for you to click on, okay? And remember, if you're at all interested in taking your trading to the next level in 2023, please take advantage of this. For less than $500, you can be up and running as early as today, this afternoon, and learn all the rules. You can have the pet D right there to color the bars. You can have 4 separate techniques that are totally different and not at all related to the candlestick combo. And on top of that, a full year of the platform. So this is a great, great offer for less than $500. You can be up and running in a matter of hours, okay? So contact Pro Trader Strategies, 310-598-6677, and they'll take care of you. As we close and take one last look at our disclaimer, I just want to thank you all, for taking time out of your Wednesday. I really wish you all the best of luck, but mostly I look forward to you taking advantage of this candlestick combo offer and look to see you in the course, okay? Thank you so much. Have a great Wednesday, a great trading week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.